Hey y'all, Father Jim Haney from St. Paul's in the Plains in Lubbock and Texas Tech, Canterbury. I am standing here on the banks of the mighty BRAZOS River. Well, it will be the mighty BRAZOS River further on down, but it's not very mighty here. It's only about 8 to 10 feet across over here. It's only about 6 feet across right there. It's a small river at this point, but this eventually will become a large river. This is the 11th biggest river in the United States once it wends its way across West Texas and down through Central Texas and eventually comes out at the Gulf of Mexico south of Houston. This river will grow as it moves. It will deepen, it will widen as more and more water comes into it from lands that are not quite as arid as West Texas is. And so the river will grow. I like this river for several reasons. One, it goes right by the family farm of Renee's family. Her dad grew up right on the banks of the Brazos River up in Seymour. Eventually this will flow right through downtown Waco. It flows through the campus of Baylor University. It's a pretty big deal as a river. There's even a country song, "Across the Brazos at Waco." You may not know that, maybe a little obscure. But the Brazos will keep going. It will pass College Station, Texas A&M, boo, and eventually will be a pretty major river by the time it hits the Gulf. In fact, at the far end, at Brazosport, Brazosport High School is nicknamed, their mascot is the Exporters, because there's a lot of shipping that goes out at the mouth of the Brazos. You wouldn't know that around here. There aren't too many commercial shipping vessels that are coming up the Brazos here. It's way too small for that, but eventually it will have that kind of capacity. It also, you may remember from Texas history, that independence was declared at Washington on the Brazos, down by Navasota, between College Station and the coast. And so there's a lot that goes on with a seemingly insignificant, dry, semi-low little West Texas river. It eventually becomes pretty major as it continues across the state. In life, I think this is a good illustration for our spiritual lives. Our spiritual lives start smaller, but they have the capacity to grow. As we develop, as we move through life, as we make our way, our capacity can widen, our capacity can deepen. We can allow more and more of God's presence, God's water, if you will, to flow into us. And it can change the way we are. We might start out as something fairly insignificant here, but we can grow to something much, much more. And not only something more, something that will be of benefit to others. When the Brazos hits its mouth of the Gulf of Mexico, it is a place of export, a place where things are carried forth to other parts of the world. And I think that's part of our goal in the Christian life, to take in God's presence, God's Spirit, God's love, and to carry it and to grow as we move through life, and to share it ultimately with as many people as we can at the far end of our lives. That is what we're here for. We're not here just to accumulate water, accumulate stuff for the sake of our own accumulation. We are here to carry things, carry God through life out into the world so that we may be a blessing to others. And so with that thought, I will leave you here by the banks of the mighty Brazos River in West Texas. God bless. Have a wonderful day.